In life, we all ask the questions, why me? Why now? And why did this happen to me? But if we are honest with ourselves, as we keep living, we realize it had to happen. Why? Fate, purpose, destiny. In the long-anticipated release from G4 Life Publishing Company, author Terrence Williams takes us on a journey of some of life's lessons he has learned. On this journey, we find lessons which include makeover, it wasn't all her fault, legacy, and moving forward backwards. He encourages the reader to embrace the reality we all must face at some point in life, that whether you believe it or not, it had to happen.
Welcome to Grace Talks, produced by Grace Media Productions and hosted by T-Dub Entertainment. Grace Talks is a podcast that informs and inspires to help you grow gracefully. Here you can enjoy great conversations, experience special guests, and encounter grace moments. Tune in now for an all-new episode of Grace Talks.
Chapter 5. I Let It Go. Let it go of the past, but keep the lessons it taught you. Chiara Gizzi. The phrase, let it go, has become almost cliché in our time. Young and old people are saying it. People of various races are saying it about slavery and dictatorship. Family members say it regarding childhood issues. Therapists say it to almost all their clients. It's being heard everywhere. But are we really listening? Are we really applying this principle? I am happy to say I am now. But it hasn't always been that way. I came from a background where I was catered to in so many different ways by so many different people. Okay, I will be more specific. I was catered to by women, and it happened everywhere. Home, women gave me food, cleaned my dishes, washed my clothes, ironed my clothes, gave me money, wiped my tears, took care of my bruises, etc. Now, it's possible some are saying, why is that an issue? Isn't that what most mothers do anyway? Well, that is true. But every aunt did it, every cousin did it, and it continued outside of the house. Every teacher did everything for me. Every female at church waited on me hand and foot. I was truly treated like a prince as a child, and then treated like a king when I became an adult. Maybe I should mention that this all took place while I was in my hometown city of New Orleans. However, getting older and moving, life changed. I moved to Virginia for 6 months. Then finally to the current city I reside, Houston. It was in these two locations that life became different. Whether it was romantic relationships, or business relationships, or even friendly relationships, things changed. I wondered why it was women would look at me funny when I made certain requests. It was strange to me at times that they would sit down with their food and tell me that mine was in the kitchen. After going to the kitchen, I would discover my plate was not fixed. It did not matter if it was drinks or assistance of any kind. I was being made to do it for myself. I had to let this mindset of women waiting on me go. Secondly, whenever a relationship would end, I spent a lot of time reflecting on what the other person did wrong. It did not matter if it was a friendly relationship, a business relationship, or even a romantic relationship. I allowed myself to be bitter about it while reliving the situation in my head. People, please hear me. Nothing good comes from living like this. No blessings can really come to you by living like this. No change or future victories can really happen by operating like this. By doing this, I didn't realize I built up a wall around my heart. This wall kept out the possibility of others coming in to hurt me again. Or so I imagined. If I was to enjoy life again, if I was to experience healthy relationships in the future, or if I was to love again, I needed to stop holding on to stuff that happened in the past. Yes, the people who took care of me, waited on me, and catered to me were wonderful people. Yes, the women I dated were wonderful women. They had their faults, but what person doesn't? The problem, however, that I didn't focus on was actually the reason a continued situation took place in all my relationships. I didn't allow myself to take the right perspective in these situations. And because of no time of reflection between each one, I allowed myself to remain a victim. Many people sing in church, "Take your burdens to the Lord and leave them there." The issue I have, and I'm sure others as well, is knowing exactly how is that done. We pray, we sing, and we are emotional. But when prayer time and meditation is over, we leave with the thought still heavy on our minds. Where is the release? Where is the drop-off location? How do you say, "God, take this from me," but then you rehash the story to the next person you come in contact with? There has to be a solution. Thank God for Pastor Mike McClure Jr., the Rock Church in Birmingham, Alabama. He recently recorded an album entitled Live Free. Look it up when you get a moment. There is a song on the album called Freedom Chant. The chant is, "I let it go." I can't really state what I was dealing with that day I heard it, or what was on my agenda or on my mind, because I don't remember. However, I listened to this song 2 or 3 times, and something broke in me. While listening, I began to call out the situations and circumstances that kept my heart cold. I began to speak freedom. I declared that I was free. Every person, situation, and circumstance that I allowed to hold me in bondage was gone. My heart was restored, and I felt free, cleansed, and renewed. I understand that every person's day of freedom is different. Some people get to that place sooner than others. Some never hold on to anything, so theirs is an immediate freedom, while there may be others whose freedom is a process over a period of time. Whatever you may be facing today, please take some time to reflect and evaluate it. It may hurt to revisit it, but I promise you, once you begin to call it out or speak the person's names out, you will begin to feel free. For some people, you may have to be like me and listen to a song that evokes or connects specifically with the situation, and then you can start the healing process. Whatever your manner is for getting to that point, please know you will have to speak your freedom into existence. God is able to deliver you from anything. However, you must remember what scriptures teach us. Proverbs 18:21 reads, "Death and life are in the power of the tongue." Though your tears are a part of healing, your mouth completes the process. Allow yourself to let it go today. Don't allow yourself to be stubborn like I was for a long period of time because of pride, generational curses, or a grudge. Let it go.
If you have a question or would like us to discuss a specific topic, Grace Talks wants to hear from you. You can email us at gracetalks@graceforlife.com. That's grace_talks@grace-4-life.com.